brought to you by Bethel School of Technology. Learn more at betheltech.net/Ken Coleman. Okay, from the headlines. In my attempt to keep you folks updated with trends in the world of work so that you know what to do, this is from the Wall Street Journal. And the headline reads, "Company bosses draw a red line on office activists." And I say, bravo. I want to stand up and clap, but it'll get me out of the video frame, and Nathan, the director, will be very upset at me. But I really, truly want to stand up and just slow clap, to be obnoxious, to make a point. I've been talking about this for the last several years, and now we're starting to see some business leaders grow a spine, but only, not out of principle, unfortunately, but they are growing a spine because it's not good for business to allow this office activism stuff to happen. They don't want the dissent, which is causing disruption. And so here we are. The pendulum, as it does, swings in multiple areas. A couple years ago, sure, you want to dissent, you want to protest at the office. We have spineless leaders that are scared of upsetting a few loud and cranky employees, so they allowed it. Now, we have some big-time companies. Hello, Google is leading the charge. Right here in the article. Google decided to fire 28 workers. 28 that were involved in sit-in protests as a result of Google's cloud computing contract with the Israeli government. So here you go. It's not a bigger issue in the news right now other than the presidential race and all the things going on with Trump and Biden. Outside of that, the Middle East is the big story in the news. And we're seeing college campuses erupt. This is a hot button issue. Obviously, we know this. But Google realizes, hey, listen, we're a business. And who knows how many countries Google does cloud services for. But you've got 28 employees that don't like the government of Israel. By the way, that's their prerogative. I'm not getting into the political statements, and I'm not getting into their views. But simply put, they don't like it that one of Google's clients is a country that they disagree with. So what do? Well, they decide to do a sit-in, and there's a lot of protest. And so they were immediately fired. Immediately. And here's where we stand, by the way, legally on this. Workers in the private sector at this point are not protected by the First Amendment's guarantees of free speech. And there's a lot of uncertainty as to what is legally allowed for us Americans in the workplace. It's just not really clear. And so right now, legally, if I decide to walk in here to Ramsey Solutions in the lobby and I get 10 of our employees to make a big ruckus, and we got poster board and we're shouting and acting crazy and disrupting our guests that are sitting in the lobby watching me right now. This is a place of business. Then Dave Ramsey has every right legally to fire my tail immediately and escort me out the building. Why? This is not a place of protest. This is a place of business. And so Google, good on them, they made a statement. Here's an actual statement from the Google CEO. He said, "We need to be more focused in how we work, collaborate, discuss, and even disagree." I say bravo. Google's vice president of global security said that the employees, the 28 who protested and caused a ruckus at Google headquarters, this is his statement, I quote, "They made coworkers feel threatened." You think? You can disagree with Israel or any other country, but when in America did it become okay to say violent things and threaten people of a different race? In the workplace, your coworkers. So all of a sudden now it's okay for a certain group of people? I say, no, it isn't. And Google said it isn't either. You're fired. clean your desk out. Good for them. Corporate leaders are becoming concerned about the public backlash, especially boards of directors. So you want to know why the pendulum has swung? Because corporate leaders are going, our board of directors, people have ultimate authority to fire us, people who allow me to make millions and millions and millions of dollars, don't like it when I allow my snowflake, woke, offended employees to protest in the office. So again, while I'm applauding this shift, it's not really principle. It's about getting paid. But I say good. I don't care how we get there, just as long as we get there. Google CEO, another quote. This is a business and not a place to act in a way that disrupts coworkers or makes them feel unsafe to attempt to use the company as a personal platform. This is too important a moment as a company for us to be distracted. Here's what I say. Leaders, it's time for you to grow a spine or you're going to lose your job and you may lose your company. At the end of the day, customers want the product or the service you provide. They don't want your political opinion. They don't want to hear your employees' political opinion. I'll go back to Target and Bud Light. Well, they're fine. And the critics will say in the comments, oh, well, they're fine. Well, sure. But ask their CEO and leadership if they had it to do all over again, if they would do it. I say I doubt they would. They're in the business of making money through a product or service. People have political outlets all day long they can watch and be involved in. The customer wants the product or the service. And I think we're going to see a shift back to, listen, we're just Google. We've already seen Bud Light shift back to just being cheap and bad. That's their game. They just said, okay, never mind. We're going to stick to making cheap, bad beer. And they're recovering. So to you who are watching this on YouTube, and this is going to, who knows where these things go. If you want to be involved politically, no one supports that more than me. I'm as political as they come. I love watching it, paying attention to it. I used to work in it. But there's a time and a place for this. You want to be active? Go protest in the public square, and then what may come comes. And you just that's your deal. Go protest all you want to. I'm for as much peaceful protest as you want. I'm not for people stopping traffic. I'm not for people threatening others in public. So look up Gandhi. Go find a good model there. A lot of peaceful protesters. Go figure out where you can do it and how you can do it. Stop doing it in the workplace. You should be fired. It's a place of work, not a place of politics. Let's get politics out of the office. Let's get politics away from our customer and just do what we're supposed to do. And I think it's going to be better for everybody. So if you don't want to work, go join all these woke students that are just screaming all day long about what offends them. Oh, and by the way, they want their student loan forgiven too. America sucks. Launch your tech career today at betheltech.net/Ken Coleman.